And welcome back to What If. We are on part... God... I literally just checked this. I believe it's part 12 we're on now. 12 or 13. I gotta be sure so I don't mislabel it. Give me a second here. We're on, I think it's part 12 of What If Naruto stole the scroll of sealing, or took the scroll of sealing after the whole Mizuki incident. We're on part 12. We're on part 12. So last time on the What If. So last time, Naruto had finally come back from the village. He had met up with his... Basically, they are officially Team 7 at this point. There was the bell test was done again. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura had both, competed and tried against him. Sasuke's in a relationship with Tenten. Sakura's still jealous about it. And, she still kind of tries to weasel her way into Sasuke as hard as she can. Because I feel like that's kind of who Sakura always has been. Sasuke's always been the number one for her, even when he tried to kill her on multiple occasions. I'll never understand that from a writing perspective, why you would make Sakura that dumb. But regardless, will she get over it? Yeah, because frankly, Sasuke and Tenten, I believe, actually have a pretty healthy and more respecting relationship. And Sakura's just going to have to learn to get over that. There's nothing in my head that would immediately in the future cause Tenten and Sasuke to break up if they decide to break up. Anywho, so we fast forward a little bit. It's not much fast forwarding. Gaara's been kidnapped. Basically, Naruto's back in the village. I think Tsunade, though, would still try to, pin even though they officially had given him the rank of tuning, still try to pin a dog walking mission on him. Just because he got back and those two old, I can't remember their names, the Hokage advisors are still like, he's a valuable Jinchuriki, blah, 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 trying to keep him in the village. That doesn't go over very well, but yeah, even Sakura and Sasuke are just like, what? No, we're tuning. Give us tuning missions. Hell, you can give us all individual missions for all you care. Give him the dog walking. Don't lump us in with him, which Naruto's like, oh, what are you talking about? We're a team at the moment. It's like, yeah, and Sai's, standing in the back as well, because we're going with the whole idea that you can have a 4-man team, but you can have someone in the reserves. So they say, oh, Gaara's been kidnapped. Okay, do this. So Naruto lets Hinata know before he goes off on his mission that he's going to be going. They have a few moments together, but he says, I got to go, babe, and, leaves. Sasuke says the same thing to Tenten. Lets Tenten know. She, says, you do not come back. You are not leaving here. Give me a kiss goodbye. He's like, fine. Then she gives him a good luck kiss and good luck. And he gives her a cheeky little grin. Well, not grin, but gives her his patented smirk, and gives her the whole. It's like, yeah, no, I got this. Sakura meanwhile is like, bye mom, bye dad. Sakura really. I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably harp on this throughout the remainder of any Naruto series I do, but man, Sakura was kind of the definition of not privilege, but didn't get it. There was particularly Naruto, the movie where they actually got sent into an alternate dimension where she didn't have her parents and Naruto had his parents, and she did get at least a little bit of a lesson like, oh wait, I have my parents and Naruto never had his parents. Wow, I've been kind of an ass a little bit. I don't think they fully went into that, but I think she realized a little bit of that. Anywho, so they go to the front of the village, the gate, meet Kakashi, and they go off. So they go meet up with Temari. They have a moment of camping. Naruto is still very much out for blood for trying to rescue Gaara. Basically, they have that interaction. And, Temari is very thankful to Naruto. Now again, Naruto's matured up somewhat. Definitely, again. Wherever his maturity level was in the initial series at this point, he's definitely more mature than what he was. So he's able to rein his anger in a bit more. Anyway, if I remember correctly, they got to the village first. And they got to the village first. They get to the sand village. Chio tries to attack Kakashi. Naruto, again, gets in the way. Nothing changes out of that. Sasuke also, he gets on guard, has his blade out ready. It's like, pointing at her. And then it's like, this is not the White Fang. The White Fang died. It's like, ooh, Yeah, I was just kidding. Yeah, and everyone kind of just does a sweat drop. Oh, God. I was like, you could have just started a war, Chio. Thanks a lot. Sakura heals Kankuro. Pretty much everything is going beat for beat so far. Where things are going to change up considerably is when Itachi and Kisame are stalling. Now, you should note, the Hokage does send Tenten, Sakura, does send Team Guy out. So, Tenten's happy she gets to, fight alongside and possibly help protect her boyfriend. Lee and Neji are just going out there because it's their mission, and Lee's ready for a fight. Now, the whole Kisame versus Team Guy thing, even with Tenten being a bit stronger, probably, did I ever check what her actual chakra... No, I don't think they ever gave us a chakra nature for her. Did they? I don't think they did, but let me double check that just real quick. I'm pretty sure I checked in on this already. Tenten. Not that. Tenten. Oh yeah. I don't think she has a chakra. We have a defined chakra nature for her because none of her techniques are chakra based. They're just like weapons and scroll based. No, we don't have any actual chakra natures for her. So I think I decided to give her Fire Juicer because it's a common one, and you can enhance your weapons through heat and stuff like that. Even with some improvements, it all goes the same. So that whole scenario with Guy goes the same. The scenario with Team Kakashi, however, does go a bit differently because Itachi isn't just dealing with Kakashi, Naruto, and Sakura and Chio this time. And even so, he's dealing with Sasuke. It's the first time he's seen Sasuke in over 3 years. So, he's there to, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop saying, a lot. He's there to, halt them. He starts to prod into them a little bit. Starts to prod into Sasuke. Surprisingly, to Itachi anyway, Sasuke's not necessarily moving because Sasuke and the Kakashi both have the Sharingan and can know that there's something off about Itachi. I think even Kakashi was able to pinpoint something, though he knew for a fact that, Itachi was going blind because he also had the Mangekyo in his eye. So, Kakashi and Sasuke both say, no, we'll take him on. Just keep Chio safe. And say, I'm not some old timer. I don't need to be protected. I can whip your butts, you whip his head. It's like, yes, we understand. We got it. And Naruto's just like, fine. It's like, no, my bad. I'm fine. Or Naruto's like, all right, I'm fine. I'll stay back for now. It's like, and Itachi was focused on Naruto primarily, though he knew Naruto wasn't necessarily the biggest threat. And really, Itachi's gonna have a problem here because both Kakashi and Sasuke can see through most of his genjutsu because of their Sharingan, which is definitely beneficial. He still tries to put, I think, Naruto in a genjutsu at some point. Sasuke and him are probably going toe-to-toe, but he can't use his Mangekyo because we know this is not the real Itachi. So he would hold Kakashi and Sasuke up. Skill-wise, Itachi is still more skilled than either. To be fair, we never really had Kakashi go up against Itachi in the time skip, so it's possible Kakashi could beat Itachi at that point. I'd be inclined to say no. I think when we actually see the overall range and abilities of Itachi's skill, though Itachi was suffering from a disease too, so it's a tough call, really, when you think about it. Could Kakashi, who was not sick and generally still in the prime of his life at that point, they all calling Kakashi an old man, 29 years old. I'm 29 for God's sake. No, that's not old, okay? I have days where I feel old because I work a physically demanding job. So yeah, Kakashi, who was physically more or less in the prime of his life, and Itachi, who would theoretically have been possibly even more in the prime of his life, but was heavily hindered by illness. It's interesting that might be a who would win I'd have to do at some points. Like Kakashi, who at his prime versus Itachi in the series, more or less. Because I can't do Itachi in his prime because we never actually see what Itachi in his prime can actually do. Because Itachi, even before the time skip, was dealing with sickness. So it just took years for the sickness to really take its hold and take effect. But anyway, I digress. So Itachi can still hold off Sasuke and Kakashi and try to put his focus on Naruto. Problem is, Sasuke is very gung-ho for Itachi's head, pretty much. So Itachi needs maybe creates a clone for Sasuke to play with for a little bit. Tries to put Naruto in a Genjutsu. Unfortunately, Naruto has access to the Fox's chakra on a much more effective level, able to use version 1 Tail Beast cloaks up until probably like 7 or 8 tails, and the second version 2 tail cloaks at least up until 5 tails. So that's how I would define it at the moment. I might have said something different. That's what we're going to keep it right now. Naruto's got a lot of chakra to use at his disposal, and he can just blip in with chakra if he needs to. So he, when he senses that Itachi tried to put him in the Genjutsu, he just boop, breaks it with the Fox chakra. He's like, yeah, that's not going to work this time. And then just, uses summons a tornado fist in his hand with a Rasengan, just fires it straight at Itachi, who gets out of the way as he sees the tornado fist Rasengan combo just tear through the ground. Like, ooh, that's not good. I'm going to have to. And then Kakashi and Sasuke both tag team him. Itachi gets a Chidori through the chest courtesy of Sasuke, and he goes down. Now, you may be thinking I really underplayed Itachi clone. All of our characters, though I might argue Sasuke is maybe not quite as strong as he was given training under Orochimaru, he's still an extremely effective fighter. It's an argument that can be made either way. He can still know the Kirin for all I know. In fact, yeah, I mean, there's no reason, because Kakashi uses lightning chakra as well, that he can't know the Kirin. So yeah, Sasuke is probably stronger because he doesn't have the curse mark to influence him. He's only had to focus on using his own strength and increasing his own strength, not just controlling a curse mark. So, yeah, because all of our characters are more or less stronger than their canon counterparts, maybe even a little bit of Kakashi because he had to train Sasuke and therefore got training in himself. And because Itachi's clone is just, when you really break it down, Itachi's clone, while deceptive and tricky, is not that powerful. Because he did not have a lot of chakra to begin with, and he couldn't use the Mangekyo. Really, as long as you're able to break out of the Genjutsu, you're fine. Itachi really wouldn't. The Itachi clone really wouldn't have. Well, he's not a clone. I mean, he is, but he's not. He's a duplicate. He's a person disguised as Itachi. Anyway, so they kill him. They say, "Oh, this is someone else. This is from the village." Okay, moving on. We got to go, and all Team Guy meets up, and Sasuke and Team Kakashi meets up. Tenten and Sasuke give each other a look. It's like, but remember, they're actually serious ninja. Tenten's a serious ninja. While she wants to give her boyfriend a hug and a kiss, she's like, nope, we're on a mission. We're being professional right now. And Sakura probably still would just be like, it's like, you again. I want time to maybe get to maybe endear myself to Sasuke, and maybe so you don't, continue to have him. I want him. I feel like this, because Sakura did mature quite a bit, but she was still she would still hit Naruto for really no reason. She was, I don't know, I've never liked the character of Sakura. She improved in the second part, but I never liked her. Point being, I still think it'd be in her character to be jealous and try to win Sasuke over. But she also knows we got a job to do. So they're talking about the chakra barrier. We need to go and find them all. But we need, and then Kakashi says, all right, fine. Naruto, however, I think, again, remember, we're dealing with a smarter version of Naruto here. So I think it's like, wait, we don't know what's going to happen when we do this. They may be trapped. Why don't I send my clones to do it instead? And just in case they're all booby trapped, my clones will take the brunt of it. And everyone kind of actually looks at Naruto being like, which when you really think about it in the actual story, yeah, why didn't they do that? Naruto has more than enough chakra to make, 4 clones? Yeah, 4 clones, that's it? Anyway, so yeah, they send him off. He finds them, they do it. The Naruto clones all just, they get those Earth clones made out of them that were trying to say, it seems they were booby trapped, but my clone's just dispelled, and I'm sure the clones are gone. And I'd have to believe because of that, yeah, the rock clone just, like that. And then they just blow up, they crash through that gate. I think both Kakashi and Sasuke would do that part because they have the lightning jutsu to do it. And they're able to get in, and they see Gaara almost, because I don't believe they that Gaara was fully drained of the Shukaku's chakra, but he was nearly drained. Actually, no, yeah, wasn't he? You didn't, yeah, I think he was pretty much fully drained at that point, but he was still barely alive. And Naruto sees him, and is like, no, Gaara! And it's like, oh, and he's like, take care of it. Sees we're gonna have problems. And Sasori, I can't remember Sasori's voice exactly. It was very deep when he was in the. Oh God, what was the name of his actual, like, his main puppet that he used, the body, like the one that was like hunched over and had like a scorpion design. What was the name of that one? I can't remember. Point being, see, it's like Deidara, we can't. It's like don't try to leave. It's like I don't know if I can take every one of these. No, Sasori has that technique that took out all the entire country one time. So I bet he feels confident he could take on the entire group of them. So Naruto would. So yeah, Deidara would try to escape on the flying man. Unfortunately, he's got two problems. A, he's got Sasuke, who can use range attacks. I mean, almost all of them have range attacks, but Sasuke has lightning-based range attacks, like funneling electricity through his sword and maybe cutting away. And Naruto has wind-based techniques that he can basically just summon a blade of wind if he has to, and just cuts the bird's way. He's like, oh crap! And then what? Say yeah, and then he just cuts and saves Gaara's like, no, it's like, Gaara, Sakura, get over here! It's like, and then, Sakura's like, he's fading fast, I don't know if we can do it. And then, Granny Chiyo is realizing what she's going to have to do. But first, she tells Sakura, keep Gaara stable. Keep Gaara stable. We have to handle Sasori and Deidara first. And yeah, she'd know who Deidara is because he's a wanted criminal and she's got a wealth of knowledge. So Deidara would still want to take the fight outside because even he's like, arson explosion, but we're in a cave and I don't want to die in a freaking avalanche. But he would still distract him with like the spider ones, like, fun, let's take it outside, boys and girls. It's because it's an explosion, firing all those spider bombs. 10-10 would probably like take a couple out with some kunai, but there's a big explosion, dust cloud. So I'm gonna say Team 7 takes on Sasori with Chiyo, and Team Guy takes on Deidara. So we'll do the Deidara fight first because doing back and forth is just gonna be it's gonna be impossible to do it. Because this is not an actual anime. I wish I were an animator. I wish I had illustration and animation skills because I would have no issue drawing and writing out and designing little segments about these instead. But I can't. I don't know. I can't even put pictures on here, and it should be. I'm sure it's easy as hell. I've never figured it out how. But anyway. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway. So, the fight between Team Guy and Deidara. The problem with this is Deidara is able to keep most of them at a distance. He's back on his bird. He's flying. He's throwing out some little bird bombs, I'm imagining. Tenten's able to cut through some of them. But again, the explosions are just are really hindering them. Neji's got the vacuum palm, but again, they can't get close. So basically what Guy and Lee do is they basically do a fastball special. And it's like, all right, Lee, let's go. Let the power of youth explode. Right, Guy Sensei. And then Lee actually activates some of the inner gates going like, I think, was it the third one he entered the Hidden Lotus? I want to say it's the fourth one. It's the fourth one he entered it. Yeah, and it was at that point his skin turned red. And then he did that gate of, he was able to go up to 5. I think. Do we know what Lee's limit on the gates were by the Shippuden era? I have to believe he could probably do the 5th without hurting himself at that point. I think that's how we noted his progression. Rock Lee, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Because if he could go higher than that, I'm wondering why he never did. Because I don't recall him ever doing it. Let's see now. Rock Lee. Nope. There we go. Rock Lee. So what was Lee's ultimate ability? The inner gate. Okay, he's got the 8 gates. So where the hell? Okay, there we go. 8 gates. So Lee was able to continue training. Lee, stop moving, damn sight. Lee be able to open some of the 8 gates instantly and shows a faster rate of recovering it, but nevertheless succumbs to pain or exhaustion. Yeah, so I'm guessing his limit of the 8 gates was capped out at 5 during the Shippuden era. And I don't think that would change. So, Lee immediately goes into the 3rd gate and just boom, again, uses his arm to slice through the birds. Will you guys stop cutting my birds up? And then Lee just and then just leave whirlwind, and he sees Lee's just glowing with a chakra. Like, oh crap! And then goes down. Dedra is able to cushion his blow with some more clay, and maybe even summons the clay dragon at this point, who's summoning clay again. Just clay bombs, just do. But Neji's vacuum palm is able to hit Dedra, smashes his arm, or breaks his other arm, basically. Breaks his arm. Doesn't destroy his arm, but breaks his arm. So, and remember, he lost his other arm to Gaara. So basically, it's going to end with him again doing the suicide technique. He gets out of there eventually. Obviously, he faked that, and just boom, and they're going to feel that all the way in the cave. But at the same time, they pretty much blew up that cave. Meanwhile, back in the cave, Sasuke, Naruto, and Kakashi and Chiyo are all. Actually, I think Chiyo would be participating. Are all taking on Sasori, and they know to avoid the poison in his needles thanks to Sakura. They know Sakura has, I think, 2 vials of antidote left, so they don't want to have to use that if possible. Naruto's are using Winjutsu, just blow, great breakthrough, just blow the needles back. Sasuke's coming in with some lightning, with some fire, and Kakashi with some lightning. I think Kakashi would cut off the tail of the lightning blade, and Sasuke would probably roast the puppet as best he can. But because Sasori himself is now just a human puppet, he doesn't care about the heat at all. Instead, I'm trying to remember, did he summon that giant massive arms in that puppet? I want to say he did. So we'll say he did. And he, he summons his wave arms. Sasuke's roasting some of the Naruto's, enhancing it with Winjutsu. Kakashi then just comes and is like, got you. And then right as he's about to just destroy him with another lightning blade, because Kakashi can actually, I think he used 6 of them at one point. He was still capable of going. So Kakashi really upped his game with a lightning blade. But, a real Sasori jumps out, and Chiyo's shocked and explains that this is how he looked before, and he turned himself into a puppet. Yes, Great Chiyo. Now I'll show you one of my favorite puppets. Or my personal favorite. And then Chiyo's shocked. Now, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke wouldn't know who this is. I think Kakashi would reckon after looking, he's like, is that? And then he realizes, oh god, that's the 3rd Kazekage. And it's like, oh no. Yes, the man who created the Iron Sand, and he starts to perform the Iron Sand. Oh, by the way, I laced it with my poison. So yeah, and then it's just spider webbing and cracking. So Kakashi and Sakura, Sakura has to get. Sakura wishes to get up, but she's got to keep Gaara stable. You may be thinking, because I don't like Sakura, I'm making her not factor in this fight. She's actually a key factor in this fight because she's the one who's keeping Gaara alive the best she can. So she's got to get out. She's got to get out of there. Chiyo is doing the best she can with her puppets to, keep them at bay. Or actually, she's not. I think, I do think she would probably bring out the puppets in this case. What was it? What did she call them? Well, no, actually, I think she'd probably be using her own. I have to backtrack a little bit. I think she'd actually be helping Sakura keep Gaara stable because it's still 301, and she knows that she's got to keep all of her abilities left in the reserve if she has to. So until and now this might be a scenario where we might have to. I might have to step in, but Naruto's like, all right, screw this, and actually goes into Fox Cloak mode, just standard Fox Cloak mode. But again, it looks like there's fire around his body and stuff like that. Well, I always like that design. It's like it looks like flames flowing off him. Really cool design. And it's like, all right. It's like, then he just grabs it. And because the Fox chakra is wrapped around him, he can't be affected by the poison. And even if he is hit by the poison, the Fox's healing factor, accelerated by more modes, would probably help burn out a lot of that poison. So while he would be hindered, I don't think he would be killed by the poison. He's starting to tear through the sand a bit, and then starts to create a Rasengan to land the puppet just to stand a Rasengan. But we introduced he could make a big ball on his own with just a hand, so he creates a big ball Fox Rasengan. Sasuke and Kakashi are using lightning jutsu to try to counteract the magnet release of it. It kind of works, but because they're related, it's only a temporary fix. Sasuke knows his fire jutsu is not going to really do anything. So he's now got to go into a wellspring of other jutsu. I'm sure Kakashi's probably taught him some earth and water jutsu as well. The only thing he probably doesn't know is wind. So he's using earth basically to try to block the iron sand the best he can. I think at one point he might even try a technique like wrapping himself in kind of like what Aang did in Last Airbender against Azula. He wrapped himself in basically rock armor. So it was crystal armor, but he still did it. So he does that to try to avoid the iron sand. Kakashi in suit is using. I think this is where Kakashi actually breaks out the Mangekyo and just then charges it and finally just make Kamui's a giant portion of the sand away as Naruto's Rasengan hits a giant iron sand shape, we'll say, and they collide and they crack. And Naruto probably would have gotten through it, but it's reinforced enough that it just cracks and it's about to swarm Naruto. But again, most of the sand disappears with the Kamui, and then Naruto again summons out a tornado fist, and just boom, smashes into the Kazekage puppet, blowing it up. And I think a combination of techniques together blows the roof off the cave. Sasuke, who's now very much unhappy, is like, very impressive. And then, she is like, this is over. And then she summons both. I think she summons both what was it, like 8 treasures or something like that? I can't remember exactly what they were called. And his parents, like, yeah, I see. You kept them, Granny Chiyo. And you may have defeated a fortress with yours. But I defeated an army. I defeated a whole country with these. It's like, oh, this is not good. And Kakashi's already used Kamui once. I might be mispronouncing it. Is it Kamui or Kamu? Kamui. I know it's like Kamui. I think it's Kamui. Anyway, Kakashi's already a little worn out, but he's still got a couple. I think he's still got the 2. Well, he's also been spamming his lightning blade a lot, so he's probably huffing and puffing. And Sasuke's like, Kakashi, hang back. If you see an opening, do it, but don't tire yourself out. We can't afford to lose you. And they're both staring. I was like, fine. I was like, yeah, all right, you win on this one. And Naruto's like, all right. I gotta stop doing it. I gotta stop saying like as much. So Naruto gets ready. He pumps up. He goes all the way to. I'd say he goes to a four-tail cloak. He doesn't want to go fully all out, but if he doesn't have, but he does go to a four-tail cloak and just. And I mean version 1, so he's got multiple. It's fine. And then we're gonna still have it be the red cloak, not the Kyubey mode. The glowing gold sage-looking cloak, just because we're not there yet. Naruto hasn't perfected using Fox Chakra yet. So it's him, Chiyo, and Sasuke. Sasuke knows that they can cut the chakra strings if they have to, but Sasuke can just But Chiyo says that won't work very long, and Sasori will immediately know what you're doing and just reattach the strings. We're gonna have to destroy every one of these puppets. It's like, fine, let's go. And they're charging through. Sasuke's just, using his Sharingan to avoid slicing through strings, cutting puppets. Chidori cutting. Chiyo's using all her puppets. Naruto, meanwhile, is using the Fox Chakra, his own chakra, and I'm Water Chakra. And I think, someone made a good idea for this one. And I think I'm going to go with that idea. He's creating the Water Suton, or Suton, it's Futon, Wind, Rust, and Shuriken. He's creating the water equivalent of that. So it'd be the Suton Hydrosengan. Oh, actually, that's a good name. Hydrosengan. And because of the water's viscous nature, it is sharp. Not quite as sharp as wind in the Naruto universe, but sharp. So it starts to form, and it can form whatever form Naruto wants, be it a drill, a blade, a block, a bludgeon, or whatever. So Naruto goes right in for like more like a spiked gauntlet kind of appearance, or like a pointed cone blade, if you will. Spike gauntlet, a pointed cone blade, and just finally slams right into Sasori, pummeling through all the puppets. Slams right into Sasori. However, the actual nature Naruto would learn, as long as he remembers to put the seal in there, is not as an actual offensive jutsu, though it could do damage, is as a sealing jutsu, because water permeates. Water soaks into things. So he immediately starts soaking in the chakra, and Sasori tried to avoid this, pop out his chest piece, but before he can do that, he immediately feels like, I can't move, I can't pop out. What's going on here? And there's that's the power of the height. As long as I have a seal, I activate a paralysis seal within there. Any seal I want transfers the chakra and the seal inscribed in it into the Rasengan's form itself, and because water soaks through things, it integrates throughout the entire body. So whatever seal I put into the Rasengan, the effect takes place in the body, which I think would actually be a really cool technique. So Naruto basically uses the paralysis seal, just and Sasori's, I can't move, I can't even. It even gets into the only part of him that's living, so he can't get out of there. And then all the clones basically fall, or all the puppets fall down, and then Chio and Sasori would have that moment. It's like, all these years you finally get to kill me. Is it everything you wanted, Granny Chio? Is it? I never wanted this. I just wanted my grandson. And Sasori actually, I think, has a brief moment to reflect and just, I do wish it could have been different, Granny. But these are the paths we chose. You chose yours, I chose mine. And then, she just flicks her fingers and he gets pierced by his mother and father. And it's like, yes, this is the way it should have ended. Now, here's a big thing. We don't get him given the piece of information to Sasori. Well, actually, no, I think we do. Orochimaru, because Kabuto was still going to meet Sasori. I think he was. So we do have him giving that bone of information. However, it's a different scenario entirely, because Sasuke's here. Sasuke's in the village. Sasuke's fine. So it's a different, who's going to be going out on that mission? We'll find out in the next episode. But point being, everyone comes back in. I think Chio does still give her life to resurrect Gaara. And, they hold the funeral. Like, everyone, a moment of silence for Granny Chio. So that is where we would leave off on there. They leave the village. Kakashi's actually still okay. He's tired, but he's okay. He just needs a few days of rest. Unlike last time where he burned himself out. Kakashi only had to use Kamui once. That's what he had to do. So, yeah, this one went on a bit longer, but I felt I could get through the whole Gaara retrieval arc without too much, without going overboard too much. And around 33, 34 minutes is generally an okay spot. I'm good. I don't like going much longer than that on my videos usually. Anyway, I digress. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. I'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So, there will be what ifs. I'm actually going to pre-record tomorrow's what if today. Just so I'm not crunched for time and I got the day off. Might as well do it. And then throughout the week, there will be more what ifs. I've already let people know that's going to be happening. So, yeah. Thanks to having over 1,000 subscribers, I can now post things and let the people on my channel and the community know. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.